Good morning, students. Revision session 2, chapter 2, Cultural Heritage of India, Traditional Handicrafts and Fine Arts. First of all, we need to focus on the title. Now, traditional handicraft. What is traditional handicraft? First of all, that the things, or you can say a matter which is prepared by hand, it is called handicraft. And fine arts, that we will discuss in the later part of this video. Now, India is a part of rich cultural heritage. It includes the materialistic and genetic inheritance. For example, now these are the two parts of cultural heritage, materialistic and genetic. So what is materialistic and what is genetic, that we need to understand. So first of all, genetic, a child inherits a physical and mental characteristic from the parents by birth. By birth, it's known as genetic inheritance. Whereas house, land, property, estates, etc. is obtained by our ancestors, it is called materialistic heritage. In a same way, the traditions, customs, values, habits, whatever we are obtained from our ancestors, it is called cultural heritage. Now, apart from this, we can take the example of that. We learn from the art of living, or you can say traditions, customs, values from our forefathers. It is also the part of cultural heritage. Now, India is a ancient country of the world. So it has the traditions, values, family system. So it is our duty to preserve our cultural heritage. And if you know that there are reference of 64 arts in our ancient literature. Even though today the education of yoga is also included in the world, and which is accepted by the world also, and considerably we can say that 21st June is celebrated as a World Yoga Day in the whole world. Now, so let's explore this all arts in detail. First of all, art of Indian artisans. The beauty of Indian cultural heritage is lies in the traditional handicraft of the different artisans. They make that life develop through their skillful and hard work, and they make the handicrafts. And it includes different handicraft, or you can say workmanship. For example, weaving, embroidery, a kick work, metal work, leather industry, painting, dance, music. These are the parts of our cultural heritage. Next, art of clay work. Man and clay has been closely associated since ancient time. The whole life of man move, or you can say, turn around the gravel to the cradle. Now, before the invention of metal, the clay things were used. We can see the example of that. In ancient times, the peoples are using the clay utensils. For example, toy, pitchers, lamp, earthen lamp. So these are the things they are made from the clay only, because at that time the metal is not invented. Apart from this, most probably the wash which are used in the kitchen, it is also made from clay only. Even though they are making the utensils to store the ghee, milk, buttermilk, etc. from the clay only. Even though the houses and the kubas, or you can say the small houses or huts which are plastered by the clay or cow dung, it is the paste of these two combinations, clay and cow dung. And then we can say that in that clay work, most important thing is that potter's wheel, because the potter's wheel is the major instrument to produce the clay things. Now, these examples of clay that we can find from the Mohenjo-daro and Harappan culture. Apart from this, we can find that in India there are baked clay and unbaked clay. Unbaked clay is known as terracotta. So the example of this baked and unbaked clay is found from the Nagarjunkonda in south and Lagnaj in Mehsana district. Next topic is that art of weaving. So what is art of weaving? So first of all, the making long threads from the small piece of cotton from the cotton balls and joining together them, it is known as art of weaving, or you can say spinning. And as we all know about that, our freedom fighter or father of the nation Gandhiji has given a special importance of this spinning under the banner of freedom movement, and which has created the new history. So it is one kind of art which is found in our Indian country. Now next topic is that hand weaving. Since ancient time, India is known for its textile industries, and there is a saying that muslin is a one kind of piece of cloth, that taka of muslin or from Dhaka. It can easily pass from the ring and adjust into the matchbox. Apart from this, Kanjivaram, then Banarasi saris, then Bandhani of Rajasthan. So these are the famous things of weaving which found in our country. Apart from this, we can take the example of during the Solanki era, Gujarat is progressed a lot. Siddharth Jaisingh, during the reign of Siddharth Jaisingh, many artisans came and settled into a place called as Patan, and that is why the Patola of Patan is very famous. The Patola of Patan, it's 850 years old art. 850 years old art. What is the special about this Patola of Patan? That we need to understand. So because Patola of Patan is a one kind of sari that is you can say beveled ict, or you can say ict means weaving, but it is prepared in such a way that it can be worn either side. Apart from this, we can say that Patola of Patan is world famous due to their skilled work, and there is a good saying in Gujarati also, पड़ी पटोड़े बाद फाटे पण फीटे नहीं. It means that the design which is lies in the Patola of Patan, it even fade away, but if they not even fade away if the cloth may be torn. So पड़ी पटोड़े बाद फाटे पण फीटे नहीं. These are the examples of Patola of Patan. And next topic is that art of embroidery. So first of all, what is embroidery? The embroidery work can be seen on the clothes as well as idol or in the on the statues also. So the embroidery is a one kind of art. With the help of thread, we can make a design on the cloth. So it is seen on the clothes of children, man and woman. Generally, this art of embroidery is seen in the Sindh, Saurashtra and Kutch region also. Apart from embroidery, the Bandhani of Jamnagar, Jaipur, Bhuj and Mandvi are well known. Now the work of embroidery is seen on the clothes of children, man and woman. The cottage industry is developed by the women of Kutch and Saurashtra is well known. The examples of traditional embroideries, you can say bedsheet, pillow cover, chakra, todalia. These are the things where we can find the embroidery. And the most important thing is that in embroidery, Jat community of Bani area of Rajasthan is well known. Sorry, the embroidery work of Jat community of Bani area of Kutch, not Rajasthan, it is of Kutch, is unique in itself. Our next topic is that leather industry. Now, in leather industry, the skin of dead animals were processed, and then finally they are preparing the things. For example, leather industry is an ancient industry. First of all, we can say from the leather, the masak was prepared. What is masak? You can say one kind of water bag fetching the water into the dry area. For example, in Rajasthan, so it is prepared from the leather. Apart from this, saj, you can say whip. These things are prepared. Even though the mojdi, well-knitted mojdi of Rajasthan, is also famous as a leather industry. Our next topic is diamond, beadwork, and enamel work. So these three topics will run together. First of all, diamond. So as we all know that India has the 7,517 kilometer long coastline in southeast and southeast and west side. So due to that only we can find the diamonds and rubies in a large numbers. Apart from this, the royal people, or you can say foreigners, those who are having a huge money, they will be having, or you can say, hobby to wear the ornaments which are prepared from the diamonds. An example of diamond work is that the two great diamonds of the world, Great Mughal and the Kohinoor. These are the two great diamonds of the world, which is also found from our country. Next one is beadwork. So what is a beadwork? In Gujarati it is called a moti kaam. Generally, the beadwork is found in Gujarat only. You can say a door, artistic grill. Apart from this, fan, then decorative coconut. It is called Lagna na Nariyal. Apart from this, it is called Lagna na Nariyal. But apart from this, we can find hand fans, animal bag cover, Zul. It is called Zul. These all are things which are you can say artistically decorated in a bead work. Now the last one is enamel work. What is enamel work? So first of all, hard color coating fixed into a metal by heating. So it is called enamel work. Now India is only the country in the world that we can find the artisans or expertise in the enamel work. The second definition of enamel, we can see that the bright color like red, green, that is used in that different instruments, or you can say different parts, it is called enamel work. The expertise of enamel work are seen in the Delhi, Lucknow, Varanasi and Hyderabad. Our next topic is Zari work. Now Zari work is a part of, you can say it is mostly done from the since ancient India. Now the Zari work is mostly seen in the area of Surat. Now the Zari work, it means what? What is a Zari work? So first of all, gold and silver threads are woven with the clothes, and embroidery is done with the gold and silver thread to make the cloth decorative. It is called Zari work. Now Surat is the prominent place for the Zari work. Even the artisans of Surat can make the sari, panetar and garchola. So these are the expert skill we can see in the Zari work. Next topic is that metal work. So metal work is also very ancient Indian art. Now first of all, metal work. So metal work is developed after the Stone Age. It means after the Stone Age, the metal is used in our daily routine, or you can say daily life. The artisans of local make the different weapons like sickle, drill and needle with the help of metal. Even though the metal work is well known, even the arms and ammunitions are prepared for wars from the metals only. Next topic is wooden art. Man and forest are closely associated since ancient time. Initially, the wood was used for making a fire. After that wood is used to make construction work, even though for furniture making. So later on, we are using the wood in different purpose. Apart from this, from wood we can make the toys, pictures, furniture and even the doors, the construction of building, etc. is done through the wooden art. Now wooden art, or you can say the furniture or wooden furniture of, or you can say toys of Idar and Sankheda in Gujarat is well known. Next topic is that inlay work. In Gujarati it is called a jartar kaam. Or in Gujarati we can say एक वस्तु ने बीजी वस्तु में बेसाड़ी दे. It is called inlay work. Now inlay work is considered to be the very ancient art of India. The Indian kings, royal peoples, or you can say emperors were having the habit to wearing the ornaments prepared from this. So they I think they are wearing the necklace, bracelet, ring, crown, etc. studded with the precious gems like diamond, rubies, etc. The experts of inlay work are seen in India. The Bikaner area of Rajasthan is famous for the inlay work. So here two questions we get. One is Bikaner area of Rajasthan. Apart from this, which things they were using to wear during that time? So that two things we need to understand. Now a kick, next one is that a kick work. Now first of all, what is a kick work? So we need to understand a kick is a one kind of precious stone found in the valley area of the river. Now you just see that first of all that chalcedonic main stone, that chalcedonic was found mixed with the silica blue or white stone. Now carnelian is the main stone found in that beautiful red in color. Now in Gujarat, these stones are found from the Ranpur, Ahmedabad and Surat. After that stone was found from the valley of river, it will send to the Khambhat to preparing the ornaments. For example, you can just see that it is a one ring. In that ring, you can find that a kick stone. Okay, so whenever this stone is found from the valley area of the river, it should be given one particular shape or size and it will be fit into the particular ornaments. So now Khambhat is a main, you can say, center or famous for the kick work. Now next topic is a painting. Of all the arts, painting is the foremost one. It is, we can say, topmost. The main aim of the painting is to express the emotions through the lines and colors. In each and every art, you just see that we cannot find that the emotions through any kind of art. But in painting, through the lines and colors, we can get the expressions. Even though the main aim of painting is to express the emotions with the help of living and non-living object of the nature through the lines and colors. The examples of the painting, we can find the evidence of that 5000 years old in our art also. Even though in the caves of Ajanta, Ellora, Elephanta, even many more caves of our Gujarat also, we can find the paintings which are made by the ancient people, or you can say early man, or you can say Adima. Now in these caves, what they were drawing? Generally they were drawing the pictures of animals, birds and nature. So what is the reason behind of that? Why they are drawing such kind of pictures only? So there is one reason behind of that. In earlier, what happened, whenever they are visiting to the surroundings of that area, whatever they see, or you can say whatever they wonder and whatever they watch during the daytime, so at night they were drawn that pictures on the wall of that caves. Apart from this painting, Rangoli making is also one ancient art. Even the Indian people also drawn this or captured these two arts from the ancient time. So today we have completed art of Indian artisans, art of clay work, art of weaving, hand weaving, art of embroidery, wooden art, inlay work, kick work, zari work and painting. But still, it is the first portion of the title is completed. The traditional handicraft. Still, fine art is remain. So it is possible, if it is possible, that in the next revision sessions we will complete this chapter. Thank you.